Okay, so the title of this experiment is ohm meter using d'Arsenal galvanometer. Okay, so here by using galvanometer we can measure voltages value, we can measure meter current values, and also by using galvanometer we can measure unknown resistance values. So that is the intention of conducting this experiment. So here we are converting the galvanometer to measure resistance values. So that's why it is called ohm meter using d'Arsenal galvanometer. Okay. So here you see the circuit diagram. So this is a circuit diagram for this experiment. Okay, here galvanometer. So it is 50 microamperes you can take. So anyone you can take according to your values. Your design values are going to change. Okay, galvanometer, and this is R1 and this is R2. Okay, and here you can see this is power supply. You can give 5 volts of DC power supply and point A and is point B, and here it is R4. Actually it is R4. It is also denoted with RH. I will tell you why it is denoting with RH later. Okay, so here RH, assume that it is RH, some unknown resistance value. Okay, now before conducting this experiment you have to assume some RH value. You have to assume some RH value, and for your assumed RH values you have to calculate this R1 value and R2 value. So this is the initial conditions that we have to perform in this case. Okay, so here you can see. So I have taken, I assumed let RH is equal to 2 kilo ohms. When RH is equal to 2 kilo ohms, you have to calculate the R1 value and R2 value. And how to calculate R1 value, R2 value? Here you can see the formulas. Okay, R1 is equal to RH minus IM RM into RH by E. R2 is equal to IM RM RH by E minus IM RH. Okay, so now I have taken I assumed RH is equal to 2K. Okay, so here in place of RH I can substitute 2K here. IM, whatever the galvanometer you are taking for that current here. So I have taken 50 microamperes of galvanometer. So that's why here IM will become 50 microamperes. So 50 into 10 power minus 6. Okay, that is IM into RM. So RM means this galvanometer internal resistance that you can measure by taking this one multimeter. Okay, so that you can measure here divided by RH we assumed 2K, that you can substitute here, divided by the DC power supply. So how much of power supply I have given? 5 volts of DC power supply. So here you can see the calculation of R1. R1 is equal to RH 2 into 10 cubed. Why? Because RH is equal to, I assume 2 kilo ohms. So that's why 2 into 10 power 3 ohms minus IM is 50 microamperes. So that's why 50 into 10 power minus 6 amperes into RM. Its internal resistance is 1.55. Okay, 1.55 kilo ohms. So that's why 1.55 into 10 cube ohms into here RH. RH is, I assumed 2 kilo ohms. So 2 into 10 power 3 divided by the power supply. Okay, so how much of power supply you are giving, that value you have to substitute here. Okay, so here for these values I got R1 is equal to 1.94 kilo ohms, approximately 1 kilo ohms. And R2, by using this formula we can calculate R2. R2 is equal to IM RM RH by E minus IM into RH. All values we are having, easily you can calculate the R2 value. So here for the assumed RH value you just keep your RM value and R2 value with you. R1 is equal to approximately 1 kilo ohm. R2 is equal to, here they got 26.27 ohms. So these two values you have to set here. R1 is equal to approximately 1K, and R2, how much of value you got here, that value you have to set in place of R2. So 26, approximately some 26 ohms. Okay, so here I connected circuit diagram like this. Okay, so here this is R1 approximately 1K I connected here, and R2, this is R2. According to my values I got R2 as 26 ohms approximately. I adjusted, so this has 26 ohms. Okay, so next this is RH actually. Okay, so this RH I assumed initially 2 kilo ohms. You adjust this 2 kilo ohms and leave it. Okay, now you have to verify these 3 cases. First one is called short circuit condition, next open circuit case, next half deflection case. So these three you have to verify before conducting this experiment. Okay. So first here you can see, so this is point A, this is point B. Okay. So first case, short circuit condition. You just short circuit these 2 points A and B. Okay. You have to connect this point A and point B. It is called short circuit case, like this. Okay. Now if you short circuit these 2 points, immediately your galvanometer has to show the full scale deflection. Full scale deflection. So here you see here full scale is 50 microamperes. 50 microamperes. Now I will short circuit this A and B. Short circuit this A and B. Okay, I short circuited this A and B and I have given 5 volt of power supply. Now here approximately I got the full scale deflection. So it was like this. Okay, so either the meter will show full scale like this also, or you can get like this also. So it is full. But here you can observe here it is not showing full scale actually. So after short circuiting these 2 points, if you get full scale deflection, it is okay. Suppose if you are not getting full scale deflection even after short circuiting these 2 points, you have to adjust this R2 until you get the full scale deflection on the galvanometer. Okay. Now here I didn't get full scale deflection properly, so that's why I will adjust this to some other value. Now it is approximately
10 plus 16 ohms.
16, approximately 16 ohms. I adjusted this R2 as 16 ohms. Now I got the full scale deflection. Then you stop adjusting this R2 value. You note down that value, R2. Okay. So this is short circuit condition case. Now I will go for open circuit condition case. Okay. Open circuit means you just open these 2 points. Okay. Now I just disconnected these 2 points. Now you can observe in the circuit diagram. Okay, I opened these 2 points. Okay, now whenever I open these 2 points, your galvanometer has to show the null deflection. So that clearly you can see here exactly it is showing null deflection. Okay, so now next we have to connect this RH resistor. So initially I assumed this RH as 2 kilo ohm. Now I will connect this 2 kilo ohms in between these 2 points. Okay, so now I just connected this RH value. RH is equal to 2K. So I connected this R. This is RH. So it is equal to 2K. So whenever I connected this RH value, so galvanometer has to show half deflection. Okay. So it is 50 microamperes. So this one 50 microamperes. It has to show exactly half deflection. Half deflection means here approximately it is showing some 20.
About 2 to sir. 24, 25.
24. Approximately it is showing 24 microamperes. Okay, that you can approximately it is reaching 25 microamperes. So like that we have to verify these 3 cases. Okay, so whenever these 2 points are short circuited, you should get full scale deflection. If it is not showing full scale deflection, adjust R2 until you get the full scale deflection. Next case, you open these 2 points, that is called open circuit condition case. So whenever you open these 2 cases, your galvanometer has to show the null deflection. Okay. Next, if you connect this RH in between these 2 points, okay, your galvanometer has to show half deflection. Okay, according to my calculations, I have taken 50 microamperes of galvanometer. So that's why whenever I connected this RH value, it has to show approximately 25 microamperes, half of the total value. So it is showing approximately 24 microamperes. So that like that you have to verify these 2 cases. Now you have to prepare this table. Okay, so this is RH value. So before that, why it is called RH? Why? Because when you connect this RH value, your galvanometer has to show half deflection. So that's why it is H, half. Okay. Now, for the different values of RH, you have to note down what galvanometer is showing current value, that you have to note down here. Okay, you can see here. See, when 2K, RH is equal to 2K, I got 24 or 25 microamperes. You note down this one. Okay. Next, you keep on decreasing. You keep on reducing the resistance value, I mean R3 value. As you keep on reducing resistance value, you can see here your current value, the galvanometer current value will be keep on increasing. So maximum when this RH is equal to 1 ohm, I got maximum 50 microamperes. That you can note down for different values of R3, RH. You can note down the galvanometer current. So next, you know already, as the resistance value is keep on reducing, the current value is going to increase. You can clearly observe here. After that, from this 2K, you keep on increase the resistance value. Okay, as you keep on increasing the resistance value, your galvanometer current has to show, it will show the reduction in the current values. Okay, so here you can see when say RH is equal to 70K, the current is showing 0. So this you have to observe from this table. Okay, as the resistance value decreases, the current value increases. As the resistance value increases, the current value decreases. This you have to observe, clearly observe. So after that, you have to plot a graph in the semi-log graph between these two values. So you can get, you will get plot like this.